This is Lewis Ritson and you're watching Sport Icons.
Right, so late last night, there were reports flying around about Regis Prograis pulling out of the World Boxing Super Series final against Josh Taylor. Now, that's a fight that most boxing fans are really looking forward to, and hopefully everything does go ahead with it. Now, the reason being that Regis Prograis and Lou DiBella were planning on pulling out or taking them to court, whatever it may be, is because they wanted the money that they are contractually obliged to have in escrow. In other words, they want some kind of guarantee. Now, that's fine under normal circumstances, I think, and listen, he shouldn't be fighting for free, right? But the fact is, it's very ungrateful and disrespectful from Lou DiBella and Regis Prograis. And I'll tell you why. Because has he been paid for his fight against Relic and before that against Terry Flanagan by the World Boxing Super Series? Was he paid? If the answer is yes, then why should he not trust not getting paid for the World Boxing Super Series final against Josh Taylor? Because when you look at it, the World Boxing Super Series overall for Season 2, by the looks of it, there's been a lot of rumours that they're struggling financially. And it's no great surprise. I think that whoever were matchmaking for the venues really dropped the ball. Okay, they were putting on shows in places where people just don't turn up. Okay, it's not complicated to understand. To make money, you need to put bums in seats, right? And for quite a few of these fights, bums were not being put in seats. Most notably, Regis Prograis in his home state, his home area, his home city, whatever you want to call it, New Orleans, Louisiana, where he had both of those fights, Terry Flanagan and Relic. He couldn't sell a single ticket. Anybody who throws any kind of house party would have more people in your house than what he had in both of those venues. But yet they still paid him. And I'm pretty sure that they lost out on a lot of money. Now, I'm sure that the World Boxing Super Series, in my opinion, and I said it at the very beginning of it, I think that they're going to struggle this year because they've got 3 weight classes. They should all stick with 2. Introducing the cruiserweight one, not a great idea. But they do have some pretty good sellers in there, like Regis Prograis. He sells well in Latvia. But the thing is, Regis Prograis is acting very disrespectful to them, considering that he didn't sell a single ticket in his home state. Can't sell nothing. Wilder sells more than he does, and that'll tell you something. Okay, so anyway, the World Boxing Super Series have responded to Regis Prograis and Lou DiBella, and this is what they had to say. The WBSS emphasises that all tournament fighters have fair contracts regarding their exclusive participation in the tournament. This is no different for Regis Prograis, and the World Boxing Super Series greatly valued Regis' participation in the tournament. The litigation initiated by Regis Prograis and DiBella Entertainment Incorporated in the New Jersey District Court is completely unfounded and without any basis in fact or in law. World Boxing Super Series strenuously denies that it has violated any contractual obligation towards Regis Prograis or DiBella Entertainment. The World Boxing Super Series has enforced its tournament contracts in the past and will do so again with all resources available if needed. We look forward to the upcoming final of the super lightweights for the Ali Trophy between Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor, which promises to be a spectacular boxing night. The WBSS will defend the tournament against any attempt of third parties to interfere with the tournament with all means and in all jurisdictions available as necessary. World Boxing Super Series statement. Well, so what they're saying here is, Regis Prograis, you have no choice. You are turning up. Now, I imagine that a lot of this, they may well put it down to the money being in escrow or whatever, but for me, in my opinion, it's because the fight is more likely to be in the home of Josh Taylor in Scotland, whether it be Glasgow, they could go to Edinburgh, they could go wherever, okay? But Josh Taylor sells, Regis Prograis does not. World Boxing Super Series want to make money. They want to, at a bare minimum, earn enough money to pay the fighters. You put the fight on in New Orleans, 20 tickets selling ain't good enough. Okay, so they're going to go wherever it is that's necessary. And Regis Prograis will not be happy about going to Scotland. Oh well, hard cheese, you signed up for it. To fight anywhere, any place, against whoever it may be. This is what you signed up for. You can't go acting all diva-ish about it. If Regis Prograis was a great ticket seller and Josh Taylor was not, there's probably a good chance that the World Boxing Super Series will be looking to do it in Louisiana, New Orleans. But because he's not, they have to look at where they're going to make some money, because they've been struggling this year, really struggling. As I said, because whoever's been doing the matchmaking for the venues have really, really dropped the ball. Badly dropped the ball. So, for whatever reason, the World Boxing Super Series, the guys over in America, not all of course, but the majority of the boxing fans just haven't been watching this one. They just haven't been supporting Regis Prograis. But regardless of all that, the World Boxing Super Series are saying to Regis Prograis, you are fighting Josh Taylor. This is what you signed up for, and this is what you are going to do. You can cry about it, you can bicker about it, but guess what? You will get paid, regardless of any kind of accusations that you want to throw around. You fight Josh Taylor, and you will get paid. Simple as that. Anyway, that's what's going on. That the final of the World Boxing Super Series between Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis will in fact go ahead, despite any kind of pullback from Lou DiBella and Regis Prograis. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.